Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you so much. Always good seeing you. And then, Kelly, if you'll come up.
Okay. Okay. Fair. I just appreciate it.
Hi, you're probably next.
I don't
This
know.
is the
Judge.
stack I have. Who do you
It's
have?
not a plea, Judge. We just needed to make an announcement. I have Renee Roman.
Okay, just give me a moment. Let me take up Kelly.
That's fine. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Stokes, come down.
Sorry.
Okay, just one moment. All right, so on Mr. Stokes, what did the bondsman say?
The bondman said that they cannot send over a motion to reinstate bond. because
Okay.
of law.
Well, no, I mean, what the thing is if I recall the warrant, that means they're going to be on the bond.
Correct.
So
They're okay with being.
they're okay with being on the bond. All right, state, this is Stokes. Hi. All right, so the reason why we're here is, I guess he didn't show up. There was a violation report.
Yes, ma'am.
This is the turning point. Zone violations might sound minor, but in pretrial supervision terms, it's basically the system asking, can we still trust you on controlled release? One wrong stop outside the approved area, and suddenly you're back in front of a judge explaining your entire day like it's a GPS audit.
All right, and I have it, it's the first violation report, and it has to do with his not being in his zone. So we're going to go on the record. Court is calling 2023 CR 7159, State of Texas versus Stevie Stokes. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state,
Marjorie Homa for the state.
for the defense?
Kelly Piddle.
All right, and you, Mr. Stokes?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so we're here on this violation report. Judge Herr issued a bond increase, and I'm assuming, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm assuming because he didn't make it to court on,
Just signed it.
okay. All right, so my question is, it's the first violation report.
Here's the human tension in the legal machinery. Survival vs. supervision. Donating plasma for money isn't inherently criminal, it's actually a common last resort income source, but legally. The court isn't evaluating intent to survive, it's evaluating compliance with movement restrictions. That's where empathy and enforcement start to collide.
And it's saying that he wasn't in his zone. And they tell you where you stopped, and they're saying that you were at the plasma center, which is outside your zone and outside the residence, and you were not given permission to stop there. So why were you there? Defense, do you want to answer that?
Judge, he did not have money to take the bus home. He wanted to donate plasma to get money. Pretrial called him and said, go home. So he walked home.
All right. State, have you had a chance to review the violation report?
They, what's her name has, Judge?
That's okay.
Alan.
Yes.
So it's his first violation. I note the charge is a state jail felony.
And the state is in agreement to reinstate it, Judge.
Important legal nuance here. Recalling a warrant is not the same as wiping the slate clean. Think of it as hitting pause on enforcement, not forgiveness, not dismissal. The defendant is still very much under the court's control, just temporarily pulled back into compliance instead of custody.
Well, I'm not reinstating the bond. All I'm going to do is recall the warrant.
That's what I'm asking for.
And my understanding from the defense counsel, you said you've spoken to the bondsman and the bondsman is consenting to being on the bond?
Correct.
All right. And state?
Your Honor, we have no objection. I believe you did speak to Ally about this earlier.
All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to recall the warrant, but this is the conversation we need to have, Mr. Stokes. before you go anywhere, you need to get permission. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, if this occurs again, what's going to end up happening is there's not going to be a need for you to come in for us to have a hearing on you being out, you're being outside your inclusion. I'm sorry, the zone of coverage that you're supposed to be in. You understand? Is there anything that you don't understand about this?
Ma'am, can I say something?
Does your attorney, before you say something, does your attorney want you to say something?
Just the zone is very limiting.
This is where defense strategy shifts from facts to context. They're not denying the violation, they're reframing it as structural pressure. Limited zones, low income, unreliable communication with pretrial services. The argument is basically, is compliance even realistically possible under these conditions?
We just asked that it would be extended maybe 2 hours for him to work, as well as to provide plasma so he can make additional money.
All right.
The time period that they give him to get to McDonald's where he works and get home, he's just not making enough money to provide for himself and his family.
All right, I'll hear that whenever we have a chance to have the pretrial services officers zoom in. But now, where we're at now is this part. You understand?
And as the court's aware, pretrial, they're impossible to get a hold of to get your time extended, so.
Oh, no, we'll zoom them in, just set it for
I
him.
mean, for him to get a hold of them to extend his time, they never answer.
But here's the thing, this is what I always tell people. I'm sure when you call pretrial services, because I've called them before, and they don't pick up, it just doesn't cut you. You can leave a message.
Yeah.
And I tell people all the time, if you don't leave a message, it's like you never called. You got to leave a message. And take your notebook and write down, this is the time I left this message. You understand? So I'm going to ask that the warrant be recalled. Is there anything else?
That's it.
All right. All right. Then the record is closed.
Thank you.
Deputy Laura, they're going to recall the warrant. As soon as it's in the system, they'll let him go. All right. Is the interpreter here? Who do we need the interpreter for?
I do.
What is your client's name?
Jorge Luis.
All right. So we'll take that up. And then afterwards, attorneys, I'm going to do Bates. And then there is Joe Pettis. Thank you. Thanks for your patience, everyone. And is he a citizen?
No,
Has he talked to an immigration attorney? Or have you advised him?
yes.
All right. All right, Jorge Luis, come down, sir. And is there an application in this case?
No, it's.
Okay. All right, court is calling 2024 CR 4975, State of Texas versus Jorge Luis Juarez Jimenez. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state? Defense?
Richard Garcia for the defense, ready, Your Honor?
All right. And we have a interpreter here. Could you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear and affirm you will faithfully translate from English into Spanish and Spanish into English, so help you God?
I do, Your Honor.
And you can lower your hand. Could you state your name for the record?
Norma Niño.
All right. So, Mr. Garcia, do you speak fluent Spanish?
I do, Your Honor. In fact, I'm a Mexican citizen as well.
Dual
I'm a
citizenship?
dual citizen.
Okay. And were you able to explain these documents to your client in Spanish?
Yes, I was, Judge. Or I did.
Mr. Jimenez, all of the documents I'm going to review with you are in English. Were those documents explained to you in Spanish?
Yes.
Counsel, have you received all the discovery? Did you review it with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Jimenez, did you review the document entitled True Bill of Indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
We do, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Yes, we are, Your Honor.
Did you review the document entitled Court Admonishments and Defendant's Waivers and Affidavit of Admonitions with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
And did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes.
Did you understand you're charged with failure to stop and render aid in a moving vehicle? That is a hybrid felony. The range of punishment is up to a $5,000 fine. and also 1 year in the Bear County Jail or 2 to 5 years in the prison. Did you understand?
yes,
If you have a plea with the state, court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court doesn't follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you, and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
yes,
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial? A right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent.
yes,
Did you understand by entering this plea, you were giving up those rights?
yes,
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
yes,
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
He has, Your Honor.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
I do.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Jimenez, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
no,
Has anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
no,
Are you a U.S. citizen?
no,
Counsel, have you discussed with your client the impact this case will have on his immigration status?
I have, Your Honor, and I've consulted with Justin Tullius of the MAC and Jorge entered the
Now the stakes escalate dramatically. This isn't just a criminal plea anymore, it's a life-altering immigration consequence layered on top. In courtrooms, this is one of the most critical advisements. The judge must ensure the defendant understands that a guilty plea can trigger removal from the country entirely.
U.S. illegally. He has no legal right to be in the United States. And he understands that he will be deported and he will be barred for 10 years for readmitting himself into the United States or applying for readmission to the United States.
All right. Mr. Jimenez, did you have an ample time to speak to an immigration attorney?
yes,
And do you understand the impact this plea will have on your immigration status?
yes,
Do you understand by entering a plea in this case could result in your deportation from the United States,
yes,
the denial of naturalization,
yes,
and the barment of reentry? Did you understand?
yes,
Knowing that, do you still wish to enter into this plea?
yes,
All right. Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
yes,
According to the plea bargain agreement, defendant is to be sentenced to 2 years in the prison. There are no applications, and there's to be restitution to Nalley, Nalley, Carolina Rodriguez. Did you understand that to be the plea?
yes,
Defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
State?
It is your honor.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
yes,
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
yes,
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
No, Your Honor, there has.
Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
guilty,
State, any evidence?
Yes, your honor. State exhibit number 1 with all attachments.
Any objection?
No objections, Your Honor.
And state before you're excused to continue conferring. Have you had contact with the complainant? All right, thank you. All right, and so the record can be clear. In the police report, the complainant's name is also spelled Nallely. You want me to repeat it? All right.
Yes, sir.
Nallely.
Yes,
All right. Did you review the waiver and consent to stipulation of testimony and stipulations with your attorney? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
yes,
Again, did you understand you have a right to a jury trial? A right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state will call, and the right to remain silent.
yes,
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports? But most importantly, there will be no live testimony. Did you understand?
yes,
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments. The court has reviewed the same. The court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty.
And just like that, the procedural door closes. Once the court finds guilt based on stipulations and evidence waivers, the outcome becomes almost mechanical. Sentencing follows the framework already negotiated. This is where plea bargaining shows its true weight. Most of the trial happens before the judge even speaks.
Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, we were asking that you waive the PSI and sentence him today.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
We're asking that you follow the plea bargain, Judge. He is a resident of Mexico, or a citizen of Mexico, rather. And he understands that he did wrong, and he wanted to take responsibility, but he's been locked up for 3 months. And so he hasn't been able to.
All right. Then the court will find you guilty. The court will sentence you to 2 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. There's restitution, if any, to Nally Carolina Rodriguez, and you're barred from re-entry. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it?
yes,
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
yes.
All right, good luck to you. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Always
Appreciate
good
it.
seeing you. Have a good one.
Okay.
Thank you, Norma.
You're welcome.
All right.
Gracias.